Alright, let's dive into something that's blowing up right now. Enes Kanter Freedom, the former NBA first-round pick, has just declared for the 2027 WNBA Draft. Yes, you heard that right. And no, this isn't a joke. But what makes this really interesting is why he's doing it. It's not about basketball, it's about making a statement. Personally, I think this is one of the most provocative moves in sports activism we've seen in years. It's bold, it's controversial, and it's forcing everyone to confront some uncomfortable questions. First, let's set the stage. Enes Kanter Freedom has been a vocal critic of LeBron James, the Chinese Communist Party, Nike, and more. He believes his political stances got him blackballed from the NBA. Now, he's turning his attention to the WNBA, specifically its policies around gender identity and inclusion. Here's where it gets fascinating. Freedom is essentially saying, if self-identification is the only criteria, then why can't I play in the WNBA? It's a genius move, in my opinion, because it exposes the contradictions in the league's stance on inclusivity. What many people don't realize is that the WNBA has been largely silent on the issue of fairness in women's sports. Players like Gabby Williams have openly welcomed trans athletes, but the league itself hasn't drawn a clear line in the sand. Freedom is calling their bluff. He's saying, if you're truly inclusive, then let me in. And that's where the hypocrisy comes into play. If they deny him, they are essentially admitting that biological sex matters. If they let him in, they risk undermining the very foundation of women's sports. From my perspective, this isn't just about Enes Kanter Freedom, it's about the broader debate over gender identity in sports. We've seen this play out with Leah Thomas in swimming, and now it's hitting the WNBA. What this really suggests is that the lines are blurring, and no one knows how to navigate it. Personally, I think Freedom is using this moment to highlight the lack of clarity and consistency in these policies. It's a masterclass in trolling, but it's also a legitimate question: where do we draw the line? One thing that immediately stands out is the reaction from the sports world. Riley Gaines called it genius, and honestly, I agree. It's a move that forces the WNBA to either stick to its principles or admit they don't have any. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about one player, it's about the future of women's sports. Are we prioritizing inclusivity at the expense of fairness? Or are we willing to set boundaries to protect the integrity of the game? These are questions the WNBA can't avoid anymore. What makes this even more intriguing is the political undertones. Freedom has been a polarizing figure, and this move is no different. He's not just challenging the WNBA, he's challenging the progressive movement as a whole. In my opinion, this is a brilliant strategy. He's using the league's own rhetoric against them, and it's going to be fascinating to see how they respond. Will they double down on inclusivity, or will they backtrack? Either way, it's a lose-lose situation for them. A detail I find fascinating is Freedom's statement that he's not here to mock or disrespect anyone. He's simply asking for consistency. And that's the kicker, he's not attacking the idea of inclusivity itself, he's attacking the lack of clear rules. This raises a deeper question: can we have inclusivity without sacrificing fairness? Personally, I think that's the heart of this debate, and Freedom has just thrown it into the spotlight. So, where does this leave us? The WNBA is in a no-win situation. If they let Freedom in, they risk alienating their fanbase and undermining the purpose of women's sports. If they don't, they are accused of discrimination. Either way, this is going to be a defining moment for the league. And for Enes Kanter Freedom. Well, he's already won. He's sparked a conversation that needed to happen, and he's done it in the most unconventional way possible. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this: Sports have always been a reflection of society, and this is no exception. The WNBA's response to Freedom's declaration will tell us a lot about where we are headed as a culture. Are we willing to have tough conversations, or are we going to bury our heads in the sand? Personally, I'm here for the debate. Let's see how this plays out. Your move, WNBA.